Commissioner Malmström recently raised the concerns that visa-free travel with Western Balkans could be put in danger, having in mind the latest report. What is the reason really for these concerns raised by Commissioner Malmström?
Last year, the number of asylum claims from Western Balkan countries with visa-free travel, like Macedonia, reached a new peak. It was more than 50,000. And that's a lot of people, given that the entire EU had 430,000 asylum claims. So member states where the people go, of course, say, why? We gave them visa-free travel, now we have asylum seekers. And what's very important to know is that very few of these people get asylum. They are overwhelmingly rejected. The recognition rate is 2%. So member states say they clog up the system at the disadvantage of people in real need, like Syrians or Afghans. And in the end, we send them home anyway.
Your office, the Office of European Stability Initiative here in Brussels, follow very closely the case of the visa-free regime with the Western Balkans. What do you think? What's the real problem?
The real problem is that most of the asylum seekers are Roma, who face discrimination in the Balkans and also very poor living conditions. So the reasons why they come, they are economic. They get for a few months, they get accommodation, food, they get medical care, which is very important. Some can work on the black market, earn some money, and then when they're sent back, they have savings to live for a few months. But this problem is, of course, very difficult to improve. While on the other hand, member states can do something by shortening the procedures. There have been countries that have done it, like Switzerland, which introduced a 48-hour procedure, and within 2 months, the number of asylum claims from the Western Balkans dropped to almost nothing. Or Germany did it temporarily in 2012 and also resolved the problem, like from 1 month to the other, when they really resolved claims in a week, the numbers fell to 16%. Now there's hope that Germany will introduce this as a permanent measure because they want to put Macedonia, Serbia and and Albania on a list of safe countries, which will allow them to do the procedure in a very short time. And Germany is the country where most of the people go. Like last year, 65% of all the Western Balkans asylum claimants went to Germany. So if Germany manages to reduce the number, this will of course reduce the overall number because Germany is the target country number one.
The new facts released in this newly published report. Do you think that having in mind these figures, do you think that this time the visa-free regime is really in danger?
I would hope not, and I really think that the German measure will have an effect, although it will not come into effect before next year, because now it was in the Bundestag, but now it has to go to the higher chamber of the parliament in September, so it will take time. And I think that member states should wait for that and will wait for it. And I also think that most member states are aware that this would be a real slap in the face of all the Western Balkan countries who all have a European perspective. Some are already negotiating, like Serbia and Montenegro. So to tell them you can't come here anymore easily, we are imposing visas on you again, would really, I think, undermine the accession process.
In the meantime, is there any action, is there any substance within the relations of European institutions with the Western Balkans country in order to spread further increasement of the asylum seekers?
I mean, the European Commission is in constant touch with the governments of the countries, and the Commission also tells them what they should do, like information campaigns, checking that no bus companies or travel agencies mislead people and bring them to the EU, or also like exit controls who leaves the country. But all these measures are either pointless, I mean information campaigns don't have much of an effect, or they touch upon human rights, because Macedonia cannot close its borders to Roma or Albanians from a certain region just because they might be asylum seekers. So I think it's a bit unfair that the Commission puts all the responsibility on Western Balkan countries and doesn't simply tell the member states, like, look, there's a problem that you can do something about. Some of you have taken measures, they have been effective. Germany is in the process of taking an effective measure. Let's do it all.